Well, hello everybody. This is Buddy Sharp in Dallas, Texas. First thing I want to do is say thank you to Janice for inviting me to be a part of this incredible arena of having stylists come on and tell you guys what it's all about to do what we do and how we've all become part of Monat and to have success with it. You'll have to excuse me. I just drove in from Arkansas this morning where I had a family reunion, and I just made a post on the Let's Hear It from the Hairdresser page that you guys are having, and it was so much fun. And I'm going to tell you about it before we get started here. My brother is the model. I got him to start using them actually about 3 years ago in July. I will be celebrating my 3rd year with Monat. And so I started using the products, and this brother, Sam, and I are extremely competitive. I mean, everything from sports to the size of our bellies to whatever we guys want to compete about. Okay, so he was using the Monat Black. Awesome. After I started using it, my hair grew back. I called him up and said, okay, look, here is what you're going to have to start doing or you're going to have that big bald spot. So he started using Monat about 2 years ago, used it. And then for some reason, he decided that, I don't need to use it anymore. I do not need to use the Monat products anymore. And so you can see in the photograph that maybe he does need to keep using it, because I took a picture of the back of his head and showed him what was going on, because the front of his hair all grew back. And his little yarmulke back here on both of us, our hair grew back, but he stopped. So I had a photograph of when his hair all grew back, and then I took a photo of the top of his head 2 days ago, and I made a little post. And you can see that here's what happens, and this is going to be kind of fun for all of you to explain. Before and afters don't always have to be where you start to where you are now. It can be when you were using it and you stopped using it. And so with him, he stopped using, his hair fell out. And he goes, why? Because what is going on inside your body that is making your hair thin, prematurely shed, or even start to get some kind of alopecia, it goes on 24/7, 365. So if you stop using your anti-venom, all right, your way of encouraging hair to grow, when you stop, hey Kendall, I watched you this morning, baby. You look great, and I can't wait to see pictures of them babies. Okay, so anyway, he stopped using it, but what was going on inside his body was still happening. So his hair started to thin again in its most predictable spot, which is going to be in the crown with us men from the ages of 35 all the way until the day the good Lord says, come and visit me on the right side of heaven. All right, your hair is going to thin. So what you have to do is you have got to constantly nourish. And that's what Monat does. And so when I posted that photo, and I want you guys to use this and study it and say, okay, here's what it looked like while he was using it. Here's what it looked like when he quit. And now it's going to take about 5 or 6 months for his hair to start to regenerate. But by then, I'm going to show you, look at all this hair. Huh? Woohoo! Any of you... All right, okay. Any of you 35 and younger? Does your daddy have this much hair? Look at this. Does your daddy or uncles or brothers or anybody have that much hair? Because back in July of 2015, I did not have this much hair. And now at the ripe old age of 58 years old, that's right, I was born December 8th, 1959, year of our Lord. Woo-hoo. Makes me 58 years old. Okay, that was my little story about my knucklehead brother who quit using the Monat products. Now he's using them again, and so are his 2 sons that were there. So we picked up a couple of VIPs while we were there at the family reunion. So as you know, you're always promoting great ideas that are going to help your friends and your family become better looking people through better hair. And so now I'm going to once again thank Janice for inviting me to come on here and to be linked with Kendall Weldon and DeVern, who, I mean, these two are stylists that I so respect and I so admire, and to be able to be a part of something that they're a part of, it's just very honoring, and I am very honored to be here with you guys. So anyway, Janice was asking me to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I am a stylist. I've had 5 different hair salons throughout my career, and the wonderful thing is, now that I've gotten older, I've been able to sell all my salons and just enjoy being a hairstylist, because I love still doing hair. I'm down from the 50 and 60 hours a week that Kendall touched on earlier to just doing it 2, maybe 2.5 days a week. So now my weeks are about 18 to 20 hours long. My income is still doing very well because of what goes on with Monat. But 5 hair salons. I've had everything from commission-based salons where everybody worked for me and then I paid them commissions. I've had salons, and even up until the recent times where I was able to sell them, I had a 5,000 square foot salon. I had 22 stylists that were all independent contractors, and for those of us in the business, that's where they come in, they rent their space, and they become their own self-employed business person. So it was up to them, whatever they wanted to use as chemicals to lighten hair, color hair, to whatever extension applications they wanted to use, that was all their business. And then whatever retailing they wanted to do was all their business. And I'm telling you guys that right now, less than 9% of the hairdressers on this planet are promoting in-house hair product sales. Kendall, when she was saying that she marketed, she's just a different breed of business person, and that's one of the things that I so admire and respect about her. Is she took everything that's a part of our business and she made it a business, and that's why she's always been so successful. And yes, we've all been negative at the first of the month. That's just that's just us as stylists. But anyway, 40 years I've been in the hair industry. I have had the absolute pleasure of, I got to meet Paul Mitchell when he launched the Paul Mitchell line. I didn't get to meet Horst, who launched the Aveda line. But those 2 product lines were just paramount in bringing organics into a chemical-based industry, which is what hairdressers are. I mean, we have got to have peroxides and bleaches to lift hair. We've got to have ammonia somewhere in there, excuse me, to lift hair. And we always would counteract any kind of chemical damage we did with a retroactive chemical. And then when the Aveda lines came along, and then Paul Mitchell followed right shortly after that, and I'm telling you guys, these are still great product lines. And when Paul Mitchell passed, it changed a little bit. The marketing went a little bit broader and more across the counter. Aveda was bought out by Estee Lauder, so it went from a family base and what we as stylists consider a protected professional line to a over-the-counter product line, but they're still beautiful product lines. And so when I got to see that happen, and we literally have not had a botanically based product like the Paul Mitchell and like the Aveda until Monat came along. And where Paul Mitchell and Aveda left off, Monat picked up and then flew. And when I say fly, I mean they flew by, because these other 2 product lines, what they would do was just address the fiber itself. So they were great at keeping the hair looking good, feeling nourished, and creating proper moisture balance and proper protein balance. And that's what makes hair strong, and it's also what makes it pliable, where it will bend, and then if you straighten it, it goes back to its natural shape. So that's what they did. But with Monat, what really got me going and what got me so interested in it was that it addressed the issues below the scalp. It encouraged the collagen, the extracellular matrix, the nourishment, that pool of just good stuff that the bulb sits in and makes it big and fat, so that when it grows a fiber, it's that big instead of that big, so that when it gets into the follicle, we have got nutrition that is getting to that. So now we got a big fat bulb putting its fiber into a very well nourished tube. So when the hair escapes the scalp, we now have, with the botanical oils, things that are naturally nourishing that are going to take care of the fiber. So we've got the issues of the bulb, the new growth, the midshaft, and the length, and all of that is being protected and encouraged to grow by our, right there, Monat. But what I'm going to touch on today is, and Devern hit this one smack dab in the nose earlier. I mean, bow, boom, hit me in the nose, make me open up my eyes, get out of my way, step outside my box and go, okay, 21st century retailing, here we go, guys. You're about to get an economics class, Buddy style. All right, think about this. You get to have a retail business, but you don't have to own retail. All right, now let's back up, because that one, that was good. Okay, you get to have a retail business, but you don't have to inventory. You don't have to purchase. All right, you don't have to go get it. You don't have to bring it back to the salon. You don't have to create space, inventory space that you have to pay rent on, and you don't have to worry about stocking the products, because Monat manufactures. They help you market. They ship it. All you have to do as a stylist is to recommend it to your clients. It's what we do all day long. We recommend what we believe to be the best. And I honestly, with every ounce of my being, believe that Monat is the best hair care line, from the Rejuvenique oil all the way to the hairspray. There is nothing out there that does everything that these products do. All right, so now you're able to introduce this to your clients. They are able to fill out a simple profile. All right, now they're a VIP. So what they're going to be able to do is to create that profile every time they want to order it, every time they get a shipment. Monat's going to collect for you. They're going to pay the sales tax, and they're going to send you a check. That is what I call getting paid on something you never saw. Residual income. You do the work once, you get paid forever. And one of the great things about this is, if your client that you're selling retail to, if she moves, let's just say from Oklahoma down to Dallas, and she doesn't buy it from Kendall, she buys it from me. Kendall did the work. She's the one that convinced this lady that the Bumble and Bumble or the Aveda was the product to use. She comes down here, I go get it, I get it to her. Didn't have to do anything, just go pick it up, bring it back and sell it to her. There's something kind of unjust about that. And with Monat, it doesn't matter where your VIP goes. They move from Oklahoma, where Kendall was doing her hair. They come back down, or they come to Dallas and I start doing her hair. She's the VIP. She still buys everything online, and it's still sent to her house. Free shipping with a flex ship. And Kendall gets paid. That's the way it's supposed to be. It is supposed to be the one that does the work gets paid. Okay, now that right there is as simple as I can imagine, because when I got started with this in July of 2015, 2015 is when I started with Monat. And all I knew was, if I can just get people using this, then I'll get paid and I don't have to stock anything. So over the next 90 days, I and my wife, Karen, I think all you guys have seen us all together, because everything we do as a team. And those of us all that are married, and then we do keep our spouses involved, I think we have a stronger presentation, because there's there's no feeling of, well, I got to be somewhere, or I got to go over here and do this. No, you got that support of your spouse. And in this way, my bride is usually she's right here with these big old Mr. Magoo glasses that she wears, talking about, oh, buddy, here, don't forget this, don't forget this, don't forget this. So anyway, back in 2015, I joined, and I got all my market, or my clients and my friends and my family that I was not doing their hair. Guys, you got to use this. Who else are they going to trust to give them referrals on products? It's us. It's us as the stylist. And so that's what we do. We refer the products. We do our prescription to them. And it's like Kendall was referring to, that in order to have a great success with your hair, A, you got to have a client. B, you got to have a hairstylist that has the skill set to duplicate the ideas that your client had. And then you got to have a product line that will let them leave the salon, because we see them every 6 weeks. So what's going to happen is, for the 6 weeks they're gone, we have to make sure that they're using a product that will let them replicate what we did in the salon. And like she said, it's insurance against themselves. And so when we send them out, we've got them signed up as a VIP. They're going to get the product that we prescribed to them. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. And so when Monat started launching different lines, and to us, it's like, great, because we see 6 or 7 or 8 to 10, depending on the type of industry or the type of hair that you do. I'm a color extension guy, so there's a lot of times, most every day, I'll only see 2 or 3 clients a day. But those 2 or 3 clients will take me all day. And so I've got to have products like the Hydrate system, which protects the extension hair, because it's extended. It can either be with the fusion, it can be with the microclips, which is the little beads that pop in right there, or it can be the tape-ons, or it can be the braid and stitch. The application is one thing, but the actual hair, it's all organic. It is human hair, so it has to have products that have the essential oils infused. Every one of the products that Monat uses, save a couple, have the essential oil in them. So those essential oils are going to make that extension hair healthy. It's going to make it have proper moisture balance. And even though it's not connected to the scalp, where it would get its own natural nutrition source, with the essential oils, they are as close to our own natural oils. They mimic our natural oils, and they're so microscopic that they penetrate into extension hair or any long hair, and it helps it to encourage hydration. So now I'm telling you, anytime anybody's got long hair that has been processed, you are going to always want to, I believe, and like I said, I got 40 years of dealing with long processed hair, that the Hydrate system is going to be your best bet. And so with the Hydrate, you got your Renew, you got your Replenish mask, and then you've got the leave-in. And I always refer them to use the blowout cream, because it's like Kendall said in her video. If you guys didn't see Kendall's video, you got to see it. Not only is she absolutely just a beautiful child, but she's kind of funny when she got to talking to her husband and is like, hey, and he goes, I know, one of the kids is awake, blah, 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 blah. Or there's a car driving by, and I thought I was the only one that went, squirrel, ADD. Love it. So anyway, when you have that kind of long, you have the extensions, you got your own long processed hair, feed it. And then with the, when you get all of that, hi Julie, and when you get all of that hair nice and nourished, and then we've now got the deep smoothing line with the shampoo and the conditioner, love it. It's a great transition product. Or if somebody's got short hair that all they want to do is just keep it healthy and they want to keep it shiny. There's your system. I mean, that's what it is. Because with the Hydrate system, you got a great big bunch of wonderful stuff. It's a big answer for somebody who has short hair that's healthy. So Monat has a system for them. And if you've got a client that has got shorter hair and it's got a single process color, go with the volume line. And the revitalized conditioner has just enough of the essential oils that will help it stay moisture balanced. And it is so simple. So my whole thing is we don't want to overwhelm ourselves with, well, should I use the Renew shampoo and the revitalized conditioner with the blowout cream? You can do it. It's okay. The main thing that you want them to do is just keep their hair healthy. And with all these products, wait a minute, here we go. Hey, Julie's writing something here. She says, you guys, this line will make you fall in love with your profession again. Oh, there you go. It does. Because, and I know I'm all over the place today because I'm kind of brain dead. Like I said, I just came back from Arkansas. We drove 8 hours. And here I am talking to you. And so this product line addresses everything that will possibly put itself in your arena, which is your salon. And I don't even know where I was, but with Julie and falling in love with the profession again. I so enjoy being a hairdresser again because now when my clients, they leave, their hair looks so good. It smells so good. The shine factor is probably the best thing that, other than just the pure health of the hair, but just that shine when they walk out, and it is gorgeous. I've got a photo, and I'm going to post it here, of one of my clients about 2 weeks after she came in and got her hair done, and I was in a Mexican restaurant, and there she was, and I saw her hair, and I went, oh my God, that's beautiful. And then I realized that it was my client. So I go over and say hi, and I took a photograph of the back of her head. And bam, it was actually prettier than when I did it, because me, unlike Kendall, who likes to do all those blowouts, these old man hands don't do no blowouts. I am the power dry flat iron, love you, down the road. You look great. Ha! You want to curl it, go home, curl it. That's why they sell curling irons, so you can take it home and do it yourself. But anyway, with the product lines, the shine that you're going to get, just that beautiful volume that you can get, and it's weightless. That's so cool, is because the products are weightless. And Devern can probably tell you every ingredient that's in there and why it's in there. But what we want you guys to understand is that it's not necessary for you to know everything that we knew. It took us 15, 20, and sometimes 40 years to understand what all these products are and all these ingredients. So what you all want to do is just to tell your friends and your family, the Monat products are going to make your hair healthier, they're going to make it shinier, and they're going to give you more volume. What else do you want? That's as simple as it needs to be. And so I know Janice wanted me to talk about the products, and I love the Monat products. I mean, everybody that's watching this has probably used the products before, so you've got a good working knowledge of everything about them, how you're going to get that health, how you're going to get the proper moisture balance, and that's what's going to let your hair stay healthy, is that encouragement of hydration. And I got one, because Karen told me, Karen, my wife, told me not to forget about, hi Lindsay, to forget. I've got a good friend of mine who's a stylist out in Kentucky, and I've taught hair extension classes and color classes all over the United States and Canada and in Europe, and I've got a very good friend of mine in Switzerland, and he's got this saying that Monat loses until it comes to Switzerland. And so until it goes to Switzerland, I got to send him products. So anyway, my friend calls me from Louisville, and she said that one of the hairdressers in her salon, because they all rent their rooms, said that, okay, she has a lady that is losing all of her hair because she's shampooing with Monat. And I went, oh my God, that is awesome. Tell her to go in the ladies' room and shampoo her legs. What? No, tell her to take any of the Monat shampoos, go into the ladies' room, shampoo her legs. Why? Because it stands to reason. This is only logical, and this is what I'm going to leave you guys with. This is only logical because the bulb growth system is identical on your head as it is on the rest of your body. So if you're using Monat on your head and you're thinking your hair's falling out, use it on your legs and you'll never have to shave again. You'll never have to use a depilatory again. You will never have to have your legs waxed, and you're never going to have to worry about having dry skin, razor burn. That's what I was telling her. And that's how ridiculous all of that was. I have never seen an ingredient in a hair care product, a hair care shampoo or conditioner, that could actually make your hair fall out. It's impossible. And I have never seen a shampoo or conditioner that would make your hair break off. That's also impossible. And what I tell my friends, I said, have you ever thought that maybe it's user issues? That if you go in, and especially now, we see all these different hair colors, because every time you change the color of your hair, you have broken down the interior strength of that hair shaft. And shampoo and conditioner has nothing to do with it continually breaking down. It only rebuilds. But if you're breaking it down at a rate considerably faster than you're rebuilding it, it's going to break. And now you're going to have to get off your lazy butt and put the blame on, oh, was that my fault? Because as a stylist, yeah, I've seen hair that I've done. I've broke it off because I did something. Luckily, a lot of years ago, I did something that really shouldn't have ever been done. And so now, as an older, and I'll say that older, more mature stylist with a little bit more confidence, if somebody's asking me to do something that I know is going to be detrimental to their hair, I won't do it. And because not all money is good money. So when you see somebody that is making a post about Monat is giving them alopecia, and alopecia is where you have bald spots, and no, it ain't gonna happen. And if it's making their hair break off, look at, I guarantee you, 99% of the time, you're gonna see bleach, heavy bleach. I mean, you talking about tired white woman bleached hair. It's going to break it off. It's not the shampoo, it's not the conditioner. They just want that information out there so that they can somehow believe that, oh, it had to be the shampoo. Couldn't have been me. Now, with the balayage, when you've got chemicals, and Julie, this is a great point. When you have got stylists who are so educated that they know how to apply the balayage application and they know when to take it off, it's not like somebody just went somewhere and bought a box of bleach, yanked it through a frosting cap, and melted it down. When you're educated, like what you are, you're not going to get the damage because you're going to keep the hair in good shape so that you're going to deal with healthy hair. And the ones that I'm talking about are these hair, and we all know them. We know them. We got hundreds of them in the back of my brain that will do whatever it takes to get through as quick as they possibly can and to get a check so that they can go. Those are the ones that we need to be up front with and say, okay, look, it's not the hair products, because shampoo and conditioner will not melt your hair. It's impossible, because DeVern mentioned or touched on that earlier when I watched his video about the sodium chloride. There's no way that you're going to have enough of that in a shampoo, period. It's just not there. And it's so little that a lot of times it's not even mentioned. It's not even listed. And like I said earlier, if you guys who are watching this, if you didn't get to see on this page, this group, what Kendall had to say and what DeVern had to say, you guys owe it to yourself to watch them. These guys are awesome. And even if you pick up a couple of things that will make it easier for you to explain how this works to a potential market partner, that is going to be able to bring so much value to their lives, because my whole thing is, what would $500 do for your family? That's my whole thing with everybody. What would an extra $500 do for your family? So on the 15th of the month, you got somebody walking in giving you $500. All right? Oh my God, you're going to get to stay home with your babies. You're going to get to help make a car payment. You're going to pay the utilities. You're going to buy some groceries. The husband's going to quit whining because you want to go play tennis, or you got your mahjong going on. That is where I go with mine. Is my market partners, the first thing I want to do is find out, what would $500 do for your family? I can show you how to make retire. Girl, my wife could not retire on $500 because I know what she does with $500. But anyway, if you can just make the people that you're talking to understand that these are the best products that you're ever going to use, and you guys all know how to get a hold of me. You can private message me, and I will talk to anybody you want me to talk to, and I'll tell them in my own crazy buddy language how all of this is just the best thing that's ever come along. And I've never done a network marketing or a MLM before. Never did. Wasn't closed to the idea, wasn't open to the idea. It's just there was never anything that came along that I knew anything about. I'm not a dietitian. I don't know how people get skinny. All I know is that I eat and I get fluffy. And and I'm not a trainer, so I don't get people in shape. I'm not a dietitian. I don't know how to plan meals. But when Monat came to me, my friend Ty Michael, when he came to me, and I love this guy because he changed my world. When he came to me, and then here is something that I could get residual income, bonuses, and retirement. And it's hair products. I went, oh, now you're in my wheelhouse. And there ain't, and I'm telling you, we researched it 2 years ago. There was 46 health and wellness MLMs. There were 43 skincare companies that were MLMs. One, even one on this hand, one back here behind my head, one going this way, one hair care MLM, Monat. And oh, by the way, it just happens to be the #1 selling luxury line in all of North America, soon to be global. And that right there tells you that the company is so freaking awesome. The products are so freaking great. Ba-bam, that I didn't know where to go other than to just go straight to the top. And I'm one of these that I'm so ADD that it's like, okay, give me the products, get out of my way. Bad idea. Give me the products, teach me how to do network marketing. That would have been awesome. But I have been able to make it to associate executive director, and the first guy to get there. And I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of them hot on my tail that are going to be there also. So I'm doing everything I can to keep pushing. I want to be the first guy to hit SED. And so we'll just have to see how that goes. But my plans are in place, and ladies, whoop whoop! I have so enjoyed talking to you today. And Julie, you're a blast, girl. You got so many wonderful comments, and yes, there is as much money out there as you want to make. This there were projections about a year ago that the hair care industry would hit $84 billion. Well, it's already hit 105. There's a company called Statistica that will give you all that analysis. And the thing about it is, with shampoos and conditioners, the botanical line is growing at almost 800% a year. Chemical-based product lines are declining. Online sales are up so high that companies are now increasing their online presence by over 67%. Now that, oh, si pueda. Mwah. All right, so anyway, we are where we need to be for 21st century retailing. a company that manufactures, distributes, and collects and pays. And oh, by the way, they pay us so well that there's nothing else we need other than our participation. So if we participate at a high level, we will make a buttload of cash. If we participate at a comfortable lower level, then we're going to be making a comfortable lower income. But that's fine. Not everybody wants to stand at the plate at Yankee Stadium. Some people are just happy being on the co-ed softball team on Sunday afternoons. Okay, that's fine. But we need all of that as a part of our teams. But say no to chemicals from a cancer survivor. Oh, that is so sweet. And you're absolutely right, Monat. It's the cancer subject is one that I stay away from just because of being in the industry and having seen so many of my great friends. I mean, so many over the last 40 years who some I have seen to stay here with us, and then some I've seen, I've been at their funerals. But it's a wonderful product that does help with the chemotherapy situation, because with that, what is going on is, and with chemotherapy, what it does is its main job is to eliminate rapid dividing cells. That is your cancer cells, that's your white blood cells, and the fastest dividing cell in our body other than bone marrow is going to be the hair. So it's going to shed. There is nothing you can do that will stop it. But what the Monat products do is they accelerate the regrowth cycle, and almost at 50 to 70%. And this is just on me watching my clients who go through this, because I'm a hair wellness stylist. And so I get to see this on a daily basis. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Can I recommend anything to stop their hair from falling out? No. Because like I said, those 3 rapid growing cells are going to be eliminated. But when the chemotherapy slows down and they're back into the nourishing growing, then the capixul that is with this, you talk about a beautiful genius product, and that's Unipex Industries up in Canada. It used to be Bristol Myers, but Bristol Myers was sold to Unipex, and Unipex is the one that has the patent on the capixul. And if any of you are research freaks like me and DeVern, all right, Google Unipex Industries capixul, and you can get their clinical study. And you read through that, and I am telling you, you ain't lived until you see the clinical studies. If you print it off, it's going to be about this thick. And it's beautiful. But anyway, guys, I've spoken way too long, and I told Janice I wouldn't get on a soapbox, especially my bride. But if there's anything that I can help you with, I would be more than happy to help you guys out. And this is Buddy Sharp. I love you guys, and I love doing hair. And I love doing hair. And I love my Monat products. And it's been great for me and my family, and what it's been able to do to get me out of the salon. And just a quick story, 2 years ago when we first got started, my daughter is a basketball player. And so Karen would send me videos of Sydney playing. And I'm a huge sports fan. Played ball, basketball, baseball, football, all through high school and a little bit after I got out of college. But when I saw her make her first shot, I was working. And that right there hurt so bad. I felt so dishonest that I let her down, that I wasn't there. And so that's when Karen and I decided, okay, I got to get out of this. I can't do this 70 hours a week. I'm missing my daughter, do everything. And so now with Monat, I go to her away games. And now she's decided she wants to cheer. So now I'm a cheer sponsor. Woo-hoo, cheer, rah, 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 rah. And all of that great stuff. And Roseanne, I will see what I can do. There is Spanish language materials in your back office. It is there. I know it is. And also it's something that we can, you can contact probably contact Janice because she knows the Urdanettas very well. She'd probably be able to help you with some of that. And your MPs need a Spanish website. Yes, they do. There's one out there. I'm not sure because I don't speak very well. Oh, you have it and it's not enough. Okay, well then, here's what I'm going to challenge you to do. Start one. Oh, did I say that? Roseanne, Camarillo, start one. And I'll help you with any information. And there's one of my stylists, Gaviota, she's Hispanic, and she will help me translate it. So all of my videos she can translate because Sylvia Annois up in Canada translates my videos into French. And that is so cool to hear her talk about what I talk about in English. I sound so freaking smart when she does it in French. Love it. Okay, guys. I'm Buddy Sharp. I love you. Dallas. That's it. All right, guys. You take care of yourself. Rose, Kendall, Deverne, Janice, thank you guys so much for having me on. I love you. Monat rocks. And here comes the turn off finger because I can never remember how to do this. And there we go. Bye.